Hey everybody, it's Brooke with The Buttered Home. Welcome to Messy Kitchen Monday. Y'all, it's still April and that means we have tonight and one more Monday night to feature our great vegetable, I was about to say sides. They are sides, but our vegetable recipes. April, we're getting geared up to plant our garden. As a matter of fact, I planted yesterday. Had a little bit of a cold snap Saturday, so that kind of did me in and I wasn't able to plant on Saturday, but we did get my garden boxes ready. So stay tuned for some pictures of that. I'll be doing progress photos, and we didn't plant much this year just simply because we have a busy summer lined up. So we just did a little bit this year of things that we know that we love and that we'll put up later. Now, if you've been with The Buttered Home for very long, you know I love, number one, sweet potatoes. But we're not doing sweet potatoes tonight. No, don't look at me like that. We're not doing sweet potatoes tonight. We're doing my number two veggie, which are Brussel sprouts. Now, before you go, don't give up on it yet. I promise you'll love them, because we're gonna sweeten them up with some really nice pecans and some cranberries. So you just can't beat that. Roasted nuts make everything better. And it just so happens that when you put these little guys in the oven under high heat, they become something totally different with just a little bit of salt and pepper. You don't really need much of anything else at all. But they are perfect little spheres of nutrition and they're very good. So this, like so many other recipes, don't knock it till you try it. So tonight we're going to show you how to roast them and add some really yummy cranberries and dried cranberries and pecans. Just a couple of things before we get started. I wanted to give a shout out to the Confetti Crate in Troy, Alabama. Don't y'all love my shirt? Don't you wish you had one? Well, you can get it at the Confetti Crate in Troy, Alabama. They have these shirts, plus some other really good shirts. And I mean, they're just so cute. As a matter of fact, my husband asked me if he found me a shirt that said what? What did the shirt say? He said he wanted me to wear a shirt that said, "Who farted?" And I told him I would, but only if he would come and be on Messy Kitchen Monday again. So what do y'all think? I think that's a good trade-off. He didn't think it was a good trade-off, but I think it's a great trade-off. Yes, I will wear a Who Farted shirt so that he can come and cook for you on Messy Kitchen Monday, but I know he's not going to. Anyway, Tanner said, "When pigs fly," so that would get Big D on here. But we like picking with him. We like picking at each other. Laughter is always a good thing. So we try to laugh daily about something. Usually him laughing at me. But then I laugh too. But anyway, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna move the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. So bear with me. All right, and I'm waiting on my key grip Tanner to let me know how everything looks. She's falling down on her job.
I've got to pick up another job though.
Oh yeah.
We look good.
Okay. All right, let me just make sure my focus is where it needs to be. All right, so we've got some beautiful red onion, and I'm just going to slice that up so that I can just rough chop it. And make a mess, because it is Messy Kitchen Monday. We don't mind a mess, we just don't want to see any blood, right? No blood on Facebook Live. That might go viral, but it wouldn't be fun. So like I said, this is just a rough chop. The onions kind of go away when you cook it. All they really do is just add some flavor and a little spice to your sweet to complement that. And we're just gonna keep those, brush those over to the side, and I'm gonna hit them real quick again just to make sure that I've got everything out.
One more time, just shout out which what you're making? We had somebody ask.
Oh, great. Yes, if you're just joining us tonight, we are making roasted Brussels sprouts with cranberries and pecans. So, the Brussels sprout, when you buy them, you'll see they come in about a pound bag, and they have like this little woody portion on the end. Now, this is where they were cut off of the stem. They usually grow on a long stem, like little dots on the stem. So a lot of people go through and they just slide their knife down and cut them off. And so what this is, it's just the closest portion to the stem where they were. So that whole thing is good and good eating. So whenever you trim them to clean them, you just barely want to cut that little cap off. And you'll see what I mean. There's a lot of good Brussels sprout in there, so you don't want to lose your valuable Brussels sprout acreage in there. So I would suggest just trimming off a small amount of the woody piece at the end that you can. And just like roasting anything else, you kind of want to make sure that everything is about the same size. So I have these already trimmed and cleaned, and you'll notice a lot of times some of the leaves fall off. Keep them. Toss them in there with the rest, because they're good too. They crisp up really well and really nice and have really good flavor. This side is so good and so easy. I mean, people won't believe that you just didn't do a lot to it. So now I'm just gonna add my onions in directly on top as I throw a few of them out onto the counter. And then we're just gonna kind of mix those up. Then we're gonna add just a little bit of olive oil, probably about 2 tablespoons. And I'm just gonna kind of toss that around. And then we're gonna add just a tad bit of salt and a tad bit of pepper. And never fear, you can get the whole recipe on the website later this week at thebutteredhome.com. If you are on our VIP mailing list, then you will be the first to know when this goes live on the website. So if you have not signed up to be on our mailing list, you get a couple of little freebies whenever you do. So I suggest you go to the Buttered Home right now and subscribe. All right, so here I have some pecans, just raw shelled pecans that I rough chopped. And we're gonna add those in, and some dried cranberries. And we're gonna toss those in as well. Just kind of toss everything around, make sure every little bit has got some oil on it. And y'all, that looks pretty fabulous just as is. Unfortunately, it would not taste very good. So the roasting of the vegetables is key. So now we just get a sheet pan, and you don't have to, but just to have just a little extra, I put a little more olive oil on there. And then just get everything out of my bowl. Spread it out. And this is a great side that we love to have at the holidays, because you can get Brussels sprouts pretty much all year long. So now these go into a relatively high heat oven for anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes, just depending on your oven. But I do recommend that you take them out about halfway through cooking time, stir them around and put them back in a single layer so that they kind of roast and cook evenly. And when you take them out, you get this. Now I know the lighting and all isn't great, and it probably looks a little dark, but if you go to the website later in the week when the recipe is up, you'll see these roasted Brussels sprouts in all their beautiful glory. I'm gonna get a spoon, kind of take some out so that you can see what I'm talking about. They have this beautiful, wonderful little char on them, and they're soft and yummy. Are you wanting to reach and get you one? And there comes Reagan in to steal some. And the cranberries, they plump up into these beautiful, warm little morsels of sweetness, and the nuts add texture, and you virtually do not know that you are eating Brussels sprouts anymore. My kids, they're grown now, but they have been eating these since they were small. So, in the sense that you can sweeten up broccoli with cheese, you can sweeten up Brussels sprouts with cranberries and pecans. And no kidding, it takes less than 30 minutes to cook those, and it's a wonderful side. And if I don't get these in the oven soon, these are all gonna be gone. 2 people are having a big time over here eating them with their hands. So, just like a lot of our other vegetables, if you're just not sure, I challenge you to try it, because you might find that you have something that you've never really thought about before. I know when I was a kid, there were a lot of vegetables that I didn't love, but now that I'm older, I eat most all vegetables. I think the only vegetable I don't eat now are English peas, the canned English peas. And I'm sorry, I just don't know. I don't know how you make those good. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But nonetheless, that is probably the only vegetable that I won't eat now, are the canned English peas. Well, I mean, you don't have to. When you have wonderful fresh vegetables and you have a garden and you're able to put vegetables up so that you have them in the wintertime too, and you have great tools like your oven and your Instant Pot and your crock pot, you can have fresh vegetables all year long. So, if you're not a fan of Brussels sprouts, I give you a challenge to give this recipe a try. You probably won't be sorry, and if you are, well then I'll come eat them for you, because I love them. And the pecans get good and roasted in there too as well. And it's just a good melody of flavors there that have all just kind of married together, and they're wonderful. So, y'all, we only have 1 week left for vegetables. And next Monday night is going to be so easy and so simple. I almost feel guilty dedicating a whole Messy Kitchen Monday to it. But we have a little trick up our sleeves. And of course, it's a Big D trick. Something that he showed me a long time ago when we first got married. And I know, even if I wear a Who Farted t-shirt, he will not come on camera and do it with me. Oh well, I can dream, I guess. He really is great. He does a lot to help me. He helps me with my photos on the website, and he's my #1 cheerleader, so I have to give him a hard time about something. Probably the one thing he won't do, and that's be on Facebook Live. Oh, anyway, I hope you guys had a great Easter yesterday with family and surrounded by friends you love, friends and family that you love. And I hope that you have a wonderful week this week. Pray for no bad weather for my home state of Alabama here, as we've been through some pretty rough stuff in the last month, as well as a lot of other states too. So please pray for that, for us, that we can kind of catch a break and just have rain, not high winds and tornadoes, just rain. Anyway, we hope you have a wonderful week, and we hope you will join us on Thursday night. We will be meal prepping for our busy gals and our ball moms on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time here. Same Facebook channel. So we hope you'll join us then. And be sure and go over to the website, check us out, and sign up to be in our newsletter so that you can be first to receive our great recipes like this one that's coming out this week. Y'all have a great week, and from the buttered home to your home, good night.